Am I the a-hole for going to work today? Meaning my wife had to move on her own. My wife and I, both 38, moved house after 9 years of living in the same place. It's been emotional, as it was where she gave birth to our children, A and 3, and we've made memories there as a family. But honestly, I am glad we are moving. We're only moving 45 minutes away, but it's much better for us. I own a small company with 6 employees and we're short-staffed as it is. My wife and I had a moving date set and there was nothing I could do to change it. Meaning I had to take a day off work to help my wife with the move. I booked this day off in advance, as soon as I knew, and put in plans for my staff to keep business going as usual. Unfortunately, yesterday, the day of our move, one of my staff called in sick and said they will be taking 2 days off until they feel better. I couldn't really do much as I was currently loading up the contents of my home into 2 moving vans. It was not ideal, but I informed my other staff who understood. My wife and I were meant to get the keys between lunchtime and 2 p.m. There was a significant delay, meaning we didn't receive them until 6 p.m. For 4 hours straight. My wife and I were stressed as we thought there was an issue with our new house and we wouldn't be able to move, despite the fact we had just sold our home to another party. My wife was getting more stressed as time went on. We still had to feed and settle our kids and we didn't even have beds or mattresses for them to sleep on yet. At one point, she was almost in tears. I was stressed but tried to reassure her everything would work out. We finally got the keys, but we were exhausted. After a long day, we got the essentials out of the moving van, such as beds for our kids, some clothes, and I ran to the shop to get something for dinner. I tried to settle them as quickly as possible, but as you can imagine, our 3-year-old was tired and cranky. We left everything else in the moving vans for the evening and agreed to just do it all the next day. This morning, I got dressed for work. My wife stopped me immediately. She told me I am selfish for going to work today, as the vans have to be returned by a certain time. And there's no way she could move everything in just a few hours. I told her I had to go to work today, as a manager who is already down on staff. One of my other workers had a midwife appointment that she had scheduled in weeks ago and couldn't miss, meaning we would be even lower on numbers, and, after checking in yesterday, they struggled quite a bit with the workload, meaning I needed to be back as soon as possible. My wife said I am an a-hole expecting her to move all of our belongings and look after our 2 children, and that I would have to take the morning off at least. Unfortunately, my worker's midwife appointment was scheduled for the morning. I went to work anyway. I told my wife I will be home around lunchtime to help, but she texted me saying she will have finished it all by this point, so don't bother. Am I the a-hole?